Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anelisa Mhlongo, usisomdala molweni babem. So on today's video, I have a special guest.
I go by Dr. Nkabane, so I'm a doctor, a specialist physician, and today I've been invited to do a Q&A with you guys.
Oh, okay. So guys, today we're going to be asking each other a few questions. I have a few questions that I've saved on my phone. So when I'm looking down, I'm reading those few questions.
So while we wait, I could maybe talk about what I do.
Okay, so before you talk about what you do for a living, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure that you like this video. So go ahead.
So I am a doctor and I specialize in the treatment of adults. So I'm called a specialist physician. And that's essentially what I do. So you can ask me as many.
Okay, so the first question is, what has your career path been?
My career path has been relatively straightforward. So, like everybody, I had to go through high school, matriculate, and then I went into medical school. And then that's where the career path began, essentially. So it starts off with doing 2 years of internship, which I did at New Somerset Hospital. Then I did community service, and then I started my training to be a specialist physician. Currently, I'm a specialist physician, and I'm working in Ireland here.
Okay, very interesting. So since people say at medical school you don't only do the how many years? 5 years, or you do more than 5 years, is that true?
Well, it is partly true and partly not true. So if you train in South Africa, medical schools are generally between 5 to 6 years, but your internship and community service are part of your training as well. So if you add 6 years of medical school plus 2 years of internship plus community service, it's close to 8 years.
Okay, very interesting. So I think for my career path is kind of very different from yours, because after university I did a Bachelor of Sciences in Geological Science, which I didn't even have, and I wish I didn't even get an internship. And after that I went into IT. I think I have that video. I'll link it somewhere in this video where you can hear about my career and what happened. And then I ended up being a software developer. I did my internship, and yeah, I got a permanent job. I think that's my career path. Nothing interesting, but it was not easy. So why did you pick your industry?
I think I picked my industry because I liked helping people, and I was very good at biology in high school, so that was also a hint. Why do you think you are in this industry?
I think my industry picked me, because this is not something that I picked in the beginning. Because where I thought I thought I was going for mining or something related to geography, geology. That's where I was going. But now I'm in telecommunications, and I never thought I'll ever be in this kind of industry.
That's
So
interesting.
yeah, it was a surprise for me to be in this industry. I never thought. So what is your current role like?
My current role is it's a very not every day is the same, I'll say. So at the moment I'm a consultant, which means you're the senior physician and I oversee junior doctors. So that's what my current role is. So it involves a lot of decision making about the treatment that patients are going to get or where patients are referred to. So I think I would say that's how I describe my role.
Okay, so my role, currently I'm an analyst, but I'm an API engineer. So that's what I do every day.
So for those of us like me who don't understand what an API engineer is, what is that?
It's a long story. But it's almost software development whereby we build a software that makes other software communicate with each other.
Okay,
So
okay. I think I understand.
it's a bit complicated because it's not something that the user can use, so the front end user, so something that I can show you. It's more of like a back end development.
Okay, very interesting.
So what makes you want to get up in the morning?
What makes me want to get up in the morning is so at the moment I'm working with elderly people, and I must say that's part of what makes me want to get up in the morning. They're a very nice group of people to work with, and quite entertaining. So not every ward round is the same, and they always have stories about their lives. Very interesting. You could meet a patient and you don't even know that they would have been an astronaut before, or they're retired, so they have lots of stories to impart. So I find that very nice to engage with my patients. Yeah,
I think money.
and money as well.
I
Money.
think money is my motivator.
Yeah,
I have things to pay at the end of the month, so
yeah.
I wake up in the morning. What does an average week look like for you?
An average week looks like every morning starts off with a handover meeting with other senior doctors and the junior doctors, and then we do a ward round in the morning and a clinic in the afternoon. So that's generally the pattern of the week. Once a week, I'll go to another clinic outside the hospital. Weekends, uh, if I am on call, I go in to do the ward round, and then just oversee the care of the patients over the weekend. So that's generally my week. Very routine, nothing exciting.
Okay.
And what is your work
My
look like?
week. Okay. So I think I'll just speak about a day and an interesting day. So what happens is that in the morning we have stand-ups also. So I think it's something in common. So we talk like what did you do yesterday and what you'll be doing today, what has been challenging you. So what happens is that the solutions architect will have a project, and then he or she will describe to you what she wants, and then you can start doing the development.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you do. And then after you've done with your development, you can now have your tester test out your code, and then you deploy it to your production. But I don't think it's something that happens in a week, but that's something that we do.
Okay, very interesting.
What are your career aspirations?
My career aspirations. Well, one thing I will say about medicine is that it, there's always something new to learn. Medicine is also evolving along with the technology that's available. So there's always opportunity to learn something new. My career aspirations are to become a stroke physician. So it's a field in either neurology or geriatrics, which is the care of elderly people, but you focus on treating patients who have strokes. So I hope that in the next 3 years or the next 5 years, that might be something that I'll get into.
Okay. So for my career aspirations, I want to be like a solutions architect. I want to be the person who brings in the solution, then
Oh,
me like building the solution. I want to be the person who finds the software to, if maybe a client has wants us to do something, I'm the person who comes up with the solution.
oh
So
yeah,
that's what a solution architect does. So that's what I want to do.
that's very interesting. Mhm.
Do you feel like you are making a difference in your job?
Every day is different. So generally, I think it's one of the nice things about my career.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
for health, because you can see that people are getting healthy or recovering or something like
Yes,
that.
and I mean, you are meeting people at their most vulnerable moment, so you must be even if you can't cure them, but you must be caring and provide them some comfort. So even if I don't cure you, but at least I give you some sense that you're gonna be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I do make a difference in my job, like because like I feel like I'm a specialist in the field that I'm working in, and if the skills are required, I'm there to help out. So that's what I can say. But because we work in telecommunications, I'm not even sure if people do use the APIs that I build.
Well, I'm sure technology is everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So you are also
I'm not
changing
sure.
lives.
Maybe things don't even go into production sometimes. They just end in QA. So making a difference, I think at work I do make a difference.
Okay.
Are there any expectations you had about this career path that you have found different from reality in both good or in a bad way?
Uh, Definitely. I think, once you become a doctor, you realize you didn't know what it was to be a doctor. No, that's the honest truth, you know. But like I said, there's some good parts and the things that make you, carry on and persevere. But there were some aspects of medicine that I didn't expect. Like
Like
all
what?
like all doctors will talk about the long working hours. I certainly had some idea that you just work in your office, and I don't know where did I think the doctors that work at night come from. But yeah, so it's things like that. The work.
Since we say doctors only come at 11 at the hospital.
It is a lie. We are there at 7 in the morning, or you've worked the whole night. That's one of the things that was not part of my expectations. And then the other expectation is that people think that you are like killing it when it comes to money. I don't think it's true for the amount of work that doctors do. I think it's maybe just enough, but those are some of the things that I think were not what I expected when I got there. And for you, what would you say?
Because for this career it's like a something I never planned.
Yeah.
So I really didn't have like a lot of expectations, but I thought maybe you sit in a, like it's a black screen, you see,
Yeah.
and then you're sitting there like Matrix style, getting
Oh,
code. You see, that's what I was thinking about. Saving the world, click off the button. You know, that's what I thought was happening.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen.
In
Maybe,
real life.
yeah, in real life it doesn't happen. Maybe I've never even seen a black screen because the environment that I use, you can also use it. So it's not that difficult. And yeah, I think that's what I expected. That maybe you're just gonna be, these dirty guys who wear t-shirts and sit there in a dark room and just coding, and someone is calling you. You see those movies,
yes.
Someone is calling you, I need this code with the USB kind of vibes, but they're not there. Like you have to be a lady, you have to talk. Oh, I didn't even know that you have to talk a lot. Like you have to talk,
Yeah.
try to convince the client or try to convince your teammates, or I didn't think you had to do that. I thought you just sit there and just work on your code. Yeah. Just show them, okay, I'm done, and then the money in the bag comes, and you see those kind of vibes. And at the end of the day, it's not that. It's just like work.
Yeah.
You have to sit there, you're reading emails, you're answering emails, you're making calls. Yeah, I think that's the reality, the good. And I thought there was a lot of money,
and you found that,
and then I found it.
He's still waiting for the money. Still waiting.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the money, but maybe the money is coming.
Yeah.
Okay, what don't you like about your job?
What don't I like about my job? Well, I'll tell you one thing. As you become more senior in medicine, the challenges of the working hours become better. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. If there's a young medical student or intern who happens to see this, you won't always work long hours. The more senior you get. So that for me was the biggest thing, the long hours. What else don't I like about my job? it can be very emotionally taxing, you know.
For real? Like,
It's
do doctors cry?
That's the thing. I think the doctors need a space to cry, because you take on all this. You're taking care of someone's baby or someone's sick mom or sick grandma, and you're also human, you know. So it can be very emotionally taxing after a long time. So you have to find ways to balance that. So I think that's one of the challenges that you can find in my job. And what would you say your biggest
My
challenge?
biggest challenge.
You're just cruising, no challenges.
Yeah, I think my biggest challenge is what I've already said. I don't think that you have to communicate a lot, because like I left teaching because I didn't like talking. But coming into this career now, I can see that I'm stepping into having to teach juniors. I'm stepping into presenting things that I didn't think I had to do. I thought maybe I was just going to code and that's all
Yeah,
for me. Now, why am I like the spotlight now, talking every day,
yeah.
which is was something that I didn't want to do on a daily. But I think that's it. Okay, so question 9.
Question 9.
Who are you smashing?
I didn't know I was talking to Benji.
Okay, so guys, we've come to the end of this video.
Yeah.
So you're not answering that question.
No, I'm not answering that question.
Okay, so guys, we've come to the end of this video because I don't want this video to be too long. But if you've come to this point of this video and you have a question that you want to ask us, please don't be shy. Just comment down below and make sure that you like this video